Alright, a lot of people are against this miniseries, including Johnny Rotten himself, has said it's not accurate. I mean, selling out to Disney and making a dramatization of actual events isn't really punk rock. But here's the other side of the argument. The show might get people into the band, and listening to good music, so at least there's a silver lining, you know? Of course, the cast and design is really cool. They got the attitude of the band down, and the look and style of the era. The vintage-looking aesthetic is interesting. They even added the grain in the camera. And it's good they actually filmed in London. It was interesting focusing on Steve Jones as opposed to Sid Vicious or Johnny Rotten, considering they're much more well-known. But the series was supposedly based on Steve's book, and he's the executive producer, so it makes sense. I liked how they didn't gloss over their influences. A lot of people think that rock and roll was becoming too much of a spectacle in the 70s, and punk was rebelling against that. But they were actually rebelling against the boring progressive bands like Pink Floyd and Emerson, Lake and Palmer that took like 15-minute keyboard solos. That's not what rock is about, you know? Rock is supposed to be fun and exciting, not boring. So yeah, they got it right. The glam bands like Bowie and the New York Dolls were a big influence on the Pistols. As for the songs, they did license a lot of their songs for the series, and that's good. There's a lot of cool needle drops too, with bands like the Kinks and the Stooges, and I liked how the series showed the band actually getting better at their instruments. I'm surprised they left out one story in particular, when Sid Vicious beefed with Freddie Mercury. Basically, Queen and the Pistols were recording in the same studio, and when Sid walked in on Queen in their session, Freddie completely lost it, calling him Simon Ferocious, and he kicked him out of the studio. This show is way less exaggerated than Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man. They actually nailed what London was like during that time, which was just this hellhole that seemed depressing and hopeless. Overall, this show's okay. It might be a sellout, but if it gets people into their music, then I say they did a pretty good job. Alright, that was my review of the new Sex Pistols show. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. Subscribe, like, peace out.